Earth 2020. Society is in ruins, and a virus runs rampant among the world's humble citizens. They are lost. In these dark times, three wayward nerds cross paths at the House of India and realize they are destined to be friends. And so they did. This is their story. The story of the Side Quest.
Welcome back to the Side Squanch Podcast. My name's Matt.
My name's Squanchy BJ.
My name's... I don't have a funny
Just
name.
Luke.
It's Luke. Yeah, just Luke.
Well, another day, another episode.
Honestly, a lot to talk about.
Yeah, especially for you guys with the big new release.
Yeah, the big new game.
Yeah, Armored Core is pretty good.
It is.
Dude, BJ's been loving it. It may, like him saying that you haven't been thinking about Starfield at all because you just can't stop thinking about Armored Core makes me realize that you do really like those like FromSoft kind of games.
Yeah, when a challenge like Baltius is presented to me and I don't beat it, it feels like I'm holding in a sneeze for a very long time. But I beat him like 30 minutes before this podcast. So
It was really funny too because you did it while like all of us walked away.
yeah, it was when you guys were watching, I would get down to like the last little hair of health and then I would die. And then you guys both got up and walked away. And that was the time that I beat him.
It was... Armored Core, like, all those games, like, I think BJ's got this thing where he'll like... It's the beat your head into whatever it is until you get it right type mentality those games kind of get. Because it is like you're very like, I don't want to lose type person, and those games are aggressively about losing until you win.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, like it's aggressively just like, I have to win, I have to, and like which they're great games. Like I haven't hated a FromSoft game with the exception of Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, but that one is the black sheep.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Why is that one hated?
because it wasn't done by the regular director that does them. They gave it to like one of their side studios, so they were like, "This is what we think Dark Souls is," and that is not what Dark Souls is.
Okay.
So then he was like, "I'll make Dark Souls 3 and show you guys that you fucking suck."
not only that, but he went. Didn't it go Bloodborne first?
It
and
went
then,
1, 2, and then Bloodborne, and then 3.
So he went to Bloodborne, show him how it's done. Then he went back to Dark Souls to show him how it's done. Then he did Elden Ring, or no, Sekiro, show him how it's done again.
And then he saw Daemon X Machina in a secondhand shop and was like, "Ha ha!
Oh, sorry, I'm getting a call.
Is that the pizza man?"
Nope, just spam. I do have a call waiting from my pathologist to know if I have cancer or not.
Yeah, that would be good to know.
Yeah,
Live podcast reaction.
yeah.
That would
Legitimately not be fun.
Or funny.
That would be
or
awful.
anything.
It would blow up on TikTok though.
Dang, that
Get
does,
we get some views, brother.
that does sound pretty cool.
It's like, yeah, cancer sucks, but like, fuck the views though.
Yeah. My Patreon is blowing up. GoFundMe.
Hell yeah.
Go fund me so I can pay for my own AC unit to fix it myself.
There's like a new trait in people that I find really unattractive, and that's
New trait unlocked.
is that when like you see people that either have like, and it's just like a normal person too, that have like their Cash App or Venmo in their profile,
Oh yeah.
or it's like, it's my birthday, Venmo me. Like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
And then they'll hit you with that post where it goes, "Thank you everyone who Cash Apped. You're the best." Oh my god! And you're like, man, fuck you.
The worst one for me is getting hit up on a dating app, and I'm sure well, you might have, but you probably haven't. But you get hit up on a dating app by a woman that you think is a little too attractive to be into you, and you're like, "Oh, this is weird." And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then she'll be like, "Not great. I need help." She'll be like, "I'm behind on rent." And I'll be like, well, that sucks. Good luck, though.
Blocked.
Blocked. But it's insane that has worked well enough for the people to keep doing it.
Now, I will say there is a part of it, of that same, like, wavelength that I can kind of get with. But it's also kind of biased.
Uh-huh.
Like, if I see somebody that's like, bachelor trip, Venmo me for a beer, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, here's a couple bucks. Here's $2. You know, if we all pull together, you can get some drinks.
Like that, yeah. That's like one thing where it's like, hey,
if I see a bachelorette one,
but that's
no way I'm doing it. I'm like, you're probably just gonna go and cheat on your future husband.
Yeah, it's.
And I know that's really like.
It's very backwards.
Narrow-minded.
I was gonna say because it also could be the sake of like, well, the bachelor could go be
I've
cheating on
seen
his.
so many TikToks being here in Nashville. I've seen so many TikToks where it's like some girls like, yo, if your fiance's in Nashville right now and she's like 5'4" and she's blonde haired and she was wearing this, leave her right. I've seen so many of those TikToks.
I've actually gotten a couple of those as well.
And I don't think I've ever seen it with like a dude like happening. And Nashville Bachelorette gets crazy.
Well, they what was it?
They've taken over.
There was that song "Broadway Girls" by
Leave those Broadway girls alone.
Yeah, where it's literally like, yeah, they're all fucking psychos and crazy.
They're crazy. They've transformed the culture. Like the pedal beer carts. Like who, especially in the summer, who would want to do that?
That shit, I hate it. They turned every undrivable vehicle in the state into a fucking tavern.
I've seen one where like tractor.
I saw bare boobs on a bus tavern that drove by one day. I was like, that can't be allowed.
It's probably not. No.
There was we were doing working in the new Barstool Sports ones, and it was right during the CMAs. Like it was the Friday, the first day of CMAs, and we didn't really realize it, and we were already there. And we're like, let's just do it. The parking for each of us cost like $45. Jake had to pay like $160 in parking for that day. It's just because we all couldn't find, and it was just like a flat fee. Like if you're gonna be here for more than 3 hours, it's like flat fee.
It starts at 45.
Yeah, and so
jeez.
While we were there, all these party buses were driving by, and some guy was like, "Did you just see that? That girl had her whole ass out. That was amazing." And all these construction workers were like, oogling these crazy drunk girls that were going by. But it's really, I mean, it's wild. Like then COVID happened, and then they had to make them enclosed.
Yeah.
And so everyone just put plexiglass on them. I saw one where it was like a U-Haul, but all of the sides except for the one that's like not the back where like the U-Haul door would be, but the other side, like
where it connects
to the cab. Yeah, it was all plexiglass, and it was like have a nice dinner while we drive around. It had like a bench and chairs, and it was just for people that wanted to have like dinner and be driven around, and it just is insane.
That I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that industry. And
COVID kind of just ruined everybody's brains for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, because there was a toilet paper shortage that lasted like a month. That
was wild.
Yeah, well, because it shows that like if an actual zombie apocalypse happens, we're not surviving. Shit's like the majority of humanity.
Or like when
dead.
there was that like gas stuff. I remember the gas station up here. I don't think you were living with us yet, but the gas station right up the way like ran out of gas, and there was like a line out because people kept on like were worrying about, I forget what happened, but that there's going to be a gas shortage. Oh, I think it was right when the Ukraine-Russia kicked off.
Because I was spending a lot of time out here with Devaney during COVID, and I remember driving past the Kroger in Spring Hill, like right on the way out, and gas was 98 cents a gallon.
Oh my gosh. I do remember it being like $2 when COVID first hit, and I was
when COVID
jazzed about
honestly
that.
And when COVID was around, I loved it because like I drive a hybrid. To fill my tank from empty to full was like $10.
Damn.
And I was like, I fucking like I'll stay in COVID time.
Yeah, let's stay in COVID.
Let's keep the virus going, dog. Like holy shit.
Yeah, it was great. I got like both Kevin, Carmen, and I all got paid to do nothing.
That's awesome.
It was great.
GameStop didn't do that. They stayed open and they made you come to work and slide games under the door.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked
You
up
had to
like
keep the door locked and sit behind the counter and wait for someone to stand outside the door and call you and be like, "Hey, I want the new Final Fantasy." It was the week Animal Crossing came out too that they started this, so it was hell.
So how did you get their card?
You had to be like, unlock it, stick your hand out,
yeah.
and then they would give you your card and then you'd
Put
run
a
over
glove
to the
on.
reader.
Put a glove on, stick your hand out, grab it, go to the computer, ring out the transaction.
Whoa.
And, yeah, because that happened to me. I came to pick up my copy of Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing, and it's the same thing. The dude at the GameStop was like, "Okay, well, just stay back over there and whatever." I'm like, "Okay."
There were 3 massive releases in that time period. It was Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, and FF7 Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Were all within that like weird period of time.
That's weird.
Very.
It was legitimately like a weird time. Like thankfully I was in a place that was like essential, so I never like. I hear people got like stir crazy because they're like, "I need to go back to work. I need to do something." I was at work every day, so while I didn't get that little fun vacation for a bit, I at least had something to do for a long while, and I never my job security was never at risk.
It felt like a vacation for me because we would just like go to bed at 3 o'clock and we would take like nightly walks at 2 in the morning, and there'd be other people around too because they were all like, we have nothing to do, and then we would watch. We watched Game of Thrones, like all the Muppet movies, a bunch of other, I think some Star Wars stuff. Like,
Hell yeah.
it was a really good time of getting through and watching stuff. And then Tyler was like coming around too, and it was good times. I remember it fondly, except when I had to go home for Christmas, and my mom was really, to be fair, for good reasons, because my sister's immunocompromised, and so I came home and they put me in like the downstairs back den, and that's where Carmen and I would stay, and we stayed there for 3 days. And then after the 3rd day, we had to go take like a rapid test that cost like $100 for each of us.
Jeez.
And then that was like a whole thing because there were lines of people just wanting to get rapid tests. It was, and then we got, we were fine, and it was just a chore.
Yeah. It was also, it sucked because I still had work. I still had to go to GameStop. But because of that, the way things were working, the hours got cut significantly. So it was like even more of a hindrance to still have to go to work because it's just taking money away from me every week to drive to work.
Yeah.
So I essentially was making less because of that.
Dang.
Yeah, GameStop does not pay at all. Like its pay structure is shit.
Yeah.
Does management make any like decent amount of money?
$15 an hour, probably.
No way.
Yeah.
Not even 20.
Like, yeah, was it like general managers were like 15?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more.
I think it was 15 because they, when
Are
someone
they franchise? Are they franchisees?
I don't think so.
So there's not like a franchise owner. There's just like a GM,
Yeah, and then there's
an AM, assistant manager.
yeah, and then the regional manager that drives around and busts everybody's balls.
Really?
Yeah.
Making sure like all your cardboard cutouts are up. These are the wrong ones. You guys are a day late.
Yeah.
I hate you.
And they never sent us enough signage for anything. Like, they would leave out a full kit of, oh, this fixture needs new signage. We just didn't fucking get it. We got to request it, and maybe we'll get it before next month when they change it again.
That's wild. I'd love to get you, and at least Joey.
Yeah,
I'd have you guys do like a GameStop.
I think if it was the 3 of us and Joey, I think it'd be a good episode. And
Yeah, because
obviously you here to moderate.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do like a part 2 where we get Devaney and Taylor's perspectives too, because I feel like it'd be a fun one. Because
Taylor's got some horror stories working at the mall.
yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
she got
worked
the
at
mall
the mall.
GameStop, yeah,
Oh.
which I worked there a couple times, like help out if they were ever short staffed.
Joey was the manager there for a while. I always forget about that. He's probably got some.
Yeah, dude, their fucking the mall GameStop, like the back room, their bathroom was also a storage closet.
Yep.
Because their like back room was so small and so like.
And you
just
used to have to
nothing.
climb on top of the bathroom to find shelving.
Yep.
Climb on top of the bathroom.
Yeah,
a
because
toilet.
it's like a storage shelf or like a storage center that's built into the like the back rooms of the mall. So it's just like a little space, and then there's like a bunch of ceiling on top of it.
Oh, like because the back rooms they like connect all the like back of house.
Yeah, but they just section that part off for the GameStop bathroom and like retrofitted the toilet in there. So you have to like get out a ladder and climb on top of the bathroom to find like shelves and stuff. And the nice thing about the mall is there was no cameras, because I guess the mall wouldn't let them install their own security system or something.
Gotcha.
So every time I had to work at the mall, I would always pick up those shifts because I could drag the chair out behind the counter and just watch YouTube because nobody could say anything about it. It was great.
At least the mall one had a bathroom. We had the Cool Springs one had to share with like Sun and Ski and the.
You had to go into the Sun and Ski.
Well, no, it was there. So each of us were like the store is what you saw, but then the back area was like this hallway with like a men's and a woman's restroom. Which you were gone by this point. We ended up, when DJ was the manager at our store, we ended up talking to the landlord and then talking to whatever the sunglass place was. It wasn't Sun and Ski. It was whatever else was there. But we were talking to that manager and we're like, dude, the people running the nail salon next door are fucking disgusting.
Oh, I was there for that saga before they implemented the key system.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nightmare in that bathroom.
What happened?
These nail salon people would just absolutely demolish the bathrooms. I don't know if it was just women because it's a nail salon, but they would go into the men and women's restroom and just blast shit everywhere.
So a DJ got the idea where he got the landlord's permission to put a lock on the door of one of the bathrooms. And he got a plaque made or whatever that pretty much said GameStop and
the vacuum store.
Yeah, the vacuum store, basically, or whoever else was there. And we got a key for it. And
because the nail salon didn't have a bathroom.
Same situation.
It was like five different stores had to share this one bathroom.
Yeah, it was 2 bathrooms, minimums, and we got the okay to say this is for everybody else's, and they can have the other one. So we like full deep cleaned it, everything, and lo and behold, it was never dirty ever again. But I think there was like a good couple days where the nail salon wasn't too happy with that because like
we can't shit all over the bowl anymore.
Well, like because there was times where like
were they hovering?
They must have been.
I just don't know if that's real.
I don't understand the accuracy you can get when you're hovering and you have like diarrhea. That doesn't seem safe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, you could fall over.
Mm-hmm. You slip in your own shit.
It's true.
Yeah, there was one time where we like this was before the locking mechanism. We restocked the soap in the bathroom. And it was like
all gone. Yeah.
It was
I
gone
recently heard
within the day.
This flight that was going from Atlanta to somewhere, might have been like to London, but somewhere across the Atlantic Ocean, and somebody just shit everywhere, like everywhere, like, and then it was like got on the floor and it was running down the floor.
Oh my god!
And they had to turn around the flight and cancel it, like on a 12-hour flight, like 4 hours into it, they had to turn around.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That would be my last day on Earth.
Well,
and everyone
else.
Like,
part of it's like, well, like that would, like I don't, like especially if they were further away, like because then I don't want to sit in the shit anymore. But if you just keep on going, at least you'll be at your destination.
Yeah, but now you have to sit in the shit and also go back and do it again.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Can you imagine like you paid for first class tickets, do the thing, and all of a sudden like it starts to smell and you're like, what the fuck? And you see
the worst part is they said they like tried to get some air freshener so it just smelled like shit and vanilla, which I don't think makes that any better.
Yeah, it doesn't cover the smell; it just adds more smell.
They had to tear out all the carpets. I don't have too many bad airplane experiences. Like I've never had like.
Other than my own anxiety, all my airplane rides have been fine.
How many times have you flown? Not a lot.
I mean, on separate trips, maybe like 5 times.
I've flown a lot. I mean, I fly like at least 4 times a year.
I'll say the last time I've been on a plane was when I was in 1st grade.
Really?
So I was probably the bad trip for someone else because I was the very hyperactive, talkative kid. My mom had to get me a DVD player with like whatever the hell
Dude,
it was.
Did you ever have the little DVD players that like where the bottom half had the disc? And
those are so good for flights.
They were so good. We had those for road trips all the time.
I would take mine with my Invader Zim box set.
My brother, watch it. I got one for Christmas because when I was staying at like the ranch or whatever.
The ranch.
And they wouldn't let us have phones, so I was like, I need something to do.
I need like a little like infographic thing that just goes the ranch whenever.
And just add a new dot every time I add new lore to the thing. I I got like a DVD player, and that's when I started like buying so many DVDs. That's what started me buying like physical media, because I was like, well, I don't have like Netflix and shit to just watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I buy like, you know, box sets of DVDs and like just movies I want to see, and I'm like, so I was like watching so much shit on like this DVD player, just like chilling, you know, at this ranch place. And then I gave it to my brother because, you know, it was the same thing. And then we all just got jobs, and then we're like, well, you can just pay for Netflix. So that thing's been collecting dust somewhere.
Yeah.
But like now that we can pay for everything, I still own like a shit ton of
Like,
Blu-rays
I would
and
remember
DVDs.
too when like a cord would break, because it had that weird like plug. It wasn't like a USB, it was the cylinder.
Yeah, like a PSP charger.
Yeah, like a cylinder one. And when like something would break or do anything,
It's impossible to replace that cord.
so we would always have to go to like Radio Shack.
Yeah.
And they would have the like universal travel gear car plug one, which was always like $30 or like even more, because it came with every type of plug we needed.
Yep.
And
Thank God for USB.
yeah.
Do you remember like the 90s, all the different types of chargers, like the different Game Boy
It was
and
awful.
DS
My-
chargers.
we-
The fucking, what was the thing in the back of the N64, that big plastic?
Oh yeah, that big box that
Yeah.
had like the AC adapter and the video output.
The fucking Xbox One with the giant, like, and the 360.
that fucking brick.
with the brick.
That brick caused me so many nightmares at GameStop.
That was the worst thing, because someone would come in with the Xbox One, not have the brick, but have the wall part of the brick.
They'll be like, "No, it works."
I'm like, no, it fucking doesn't.
Yeah, you
And
got to buy a brick for this,
there-
and then you're gonna get $10 back on your Xbox.
There was one point, this is one of the funniest shit I've seen Bailey do, but someone tried to do that, and she just goes, plug it in. She literally pointed, just plug it in,
I love that.
and the dude was like, and like he's like trying to find, he's like, look, it worked at home, and like she's like, I can't take this until you have the brick that comes with it, and dude like stormed out. And I was
like
dying.
the power supply,
yeah,
the big
yeah,
one.
with the original Xbox One, and the 360s had it too.
Honestly, and the
giant-
first gen Xbox One, and
No, Xbox One, and then the original 360s had it too.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the newer Xbox Ones,
Xbox One S and X didn't have it. It was just the cord.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
which was the same cord on the PS4 and the PS4 Slim, which was really nice.
So
but do you
good.
also remember with those same type of plugs, they would also do something where they would have it where one side would be curved and the other side would have like a notch
Yeah.
or be cut off, and then it wouldn't work. So you'd be like, oh, fuck.
The Dreamcast did that. It was supposed to be like one side is the semicircle and the other side is a square.
Yeah.
And I took my PS4 cable and I jammed it in there and it worked. So I think they're just assholes.
when
it was them, so they could have a proprietary thing.
When I worked, or not when I first, moved here and got my Series X, I went to not Series X, just my Xbox One S, and I went to Game Exchange, and they're like, "All right, here you go," and they gave me the wrong cord for it, and it was the square,
That
and so
sucks.
I was like pissed, and so I got like a knife and just chiseled the plastic off of the square part to curve it around, and it worked. And I
Country
think it's the
girls
one
make do.
that's the one that's still in my current the old Xbox that's in my bedroom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like that we're getting to a point where like everything just can work with most things. Like
I know, I'm pretty also,
Apple's like the one holdout now.
well,
but-
they've been
because
told.
you heard about the European Union thing, like, so the EU they have been like cracking down on a lot of internet stuff lately, like when it comes to like selling data, a bunch of really cool stuff, but they're really cracking down. But they're also trying to like crack down on like
Anti-consumerism
yes
type shit.
yeah.
I
So
love that.
It's but then the other one, it's like also they arrest people for the shit they say online, and you're like, they
Yeah.
can't take jokes. But they did pass. They said like Apple has until like 2028 to go to the USB Type C, and that all other electronics have to have, if it like requires a plug that charges, is going to be USB Type C.
I mean, it's already happened because my iPad is a USB Type C.
It's true.
Not the Lightning cable. So I was like, because I remember I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? Now, granted,
Well, and their
They're doing-
laptops do as well, but the laptops are bringing back MagSafe, which was one of the best features. It was a little it like magnetically attached the charging to it was it has like these little pins, and and just magnetically, and that was great because if you could walk away, somebody could trip on it and didn't destroy your. And MagSafe was great, and then they took it away for USB Type C, and now I think they brought it back again because everyone likes MagSafe, but they always fucked with the cords.
The problem is
they'll give you the cord, but they won't give you the charging block.
Yeah, they'll give you the charging block, but not the cord.
They're doing things now where it's like I think the USB Type C is like Apple's going to be doing their own. That is,
it's a software based thing where it reads
specific to the iPhone. So it's like, oh yeah, if you want to charge your iPhone, it has to be with ours now. And so they're still going. It's USB Type C, but it's our USB Type C. And the way they're going to get around it is like I think other ones will be able to work. But they're going to pull the thing of like
extremely slow charging.
Yep.
Well, you can't transfer data or...
Like they're going to pull some shit, yeah. Apple always does that, though.
Well, I don't feel like they've always done that. I feel like Steve Jobs, there's certain
when
things
Steve Jobs was alive, it was all about innovation and just making shit cool.
And being like the best of everything. And I feel like a little bit of him is like writhing in his grave.
Yeah, because it's like they're riding his legacy and being like... Well, you want the best, you gotta pay extra for this fucking cable.
Yeah. You want a charging block? Well, you can buy it for...
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself. But, yeah.
You can't get maintenance done anywhere except at the Apple Store, and it's gonna cost you $8,000.
Unless you sign up for a monthly charge with Apple Care.
Yeah, where you will never need it.
Until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, if your phone's like 4 years old, we're gonna slowly... decrease the battery.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
I like that, like the older iPods and stuff, you can still plug them in. They work like a fucking dream because they can't do that to them.
So there's like stuff, like I've been seeing this guy on TikTok who makes custom Game Boys, and so he has like custom buttons and shells and stuff like that. I saw one that was like an Evangelion one, and it was awesome. And he did one for the what was the one that was like
the GBA?
Yeah. And then the other one, which was just a normal
I think it was the color that he did, because he did them in the same video, right?
Yes, you saw that one, and the color had like a graphic of the Ava Unit 1. Yeah, that was super sick. But people are doing that like where they'll be manufacturing like newer screens for older devices, and they do the same thing for iPods. Like I saw a guy was like, okay, we're gonna do an upgrade on an iPod, and he had a little adapter ribbon cable that went to like the hard drive of the other one, because the old ones had like a hard drive like with a spinning disc like the iPod videos, and when they would be like broken, you could hear like the clicking inside. And so they've upgraded to just like essentially like little SSD.
I had an like the iPod Classic was the one I had, which is that thick boy. But it had like 80 gigs, and it was like, or however, it was like a lot. It was way more storage than I needed, but it was like I had like 600 plus songs on the thing, and I'm like, I'm never gonna listen to all this, but I have them all here. And I remember like, whenever I would like press a song, or if I scrolled too fast, my iPod would start to like vibrate a little bit because the disc is spinning. Yeah, and, like catching up with me.
It's crazy that they're making new components to fit old stuff.
I really, really like that. Like those cases that he showed in that video, you can just go online and order them for like $20.
That's incredible, because I looked on his website and it's like $240, which
is that him selling?
That's probably with the actual hardware and the screen.
Oh yeah. It's like with everything put together, and you can do like a brightness control module. You can even have it like video out module. Like they can go crazy.
I would really be interested in doing that to an older iPod. I think that would be really fucking cool.
Yeah. The So have you haven't been playing anything else?
Well, I beat Judgment for everyone watching.
Yeah, you had went to bed and it was the last little bit.
Gotcha.
Beat Judgment.
One of the best final boss fights in the series.
Who was it with? Spoilers.
The mole.
Oh.
The
full
police.
Spoilers for Judgment. Go play the game. Seriously, it's great.
Is that the one that you were showing me where you fight him, he falls out the
Yeah, and you think he's like falling to his death, but he's really gripping onto the window, and he pulls himself back up.
The scientist injects himself and kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
Kuroiwa is one of my favorite villains of the Yakuza franchise because he's just an asshole.
Yeah, that's the name of the scientist?
No, the scientist was
It's
Shunpei
SH.
And was he like a good or a bad guy, the scientist?
The science. Well, he was a good intention, but like he experimented on
Shono.
people.
That's his name.
Oh.
His whole thing was he wanted to make an Alzheimer's cure,
Yeah.
and when he instead of waiting and properly testing it, they tested it on a person. The person died because their eyes turned all blue and like they just fucking spasmed out. And so then to hide it, they were like they hired the mole, who was Kuroiwa, to gouge their eyes out and then dump the body somewhere. And so now he was just killing people even if they weren't related to it. It was like, oh, we have to like make it seem like it's a serial killing, so like he's the mole, right? That was his like name.
Gotcha.
He's just an assassin. But he's also a fucking detective, right? Or is he part
Kuroiwa?
of, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty high up in the police.
Yeah.
But going from, I mean, I've played all the Yakuza games in the past year, and the only one that I really have left that's actually canon is Lost Judgment at this point, and then the Black Panther games, but that's going to require some work, and a lot of people haven't played those anyway. But you can really see their progression of like, we should do more focus on characters, and in Judgment, that shit really comes to a T. Like, everybody in that game is written so fucking well.
You can tell I feel like they learned from 6. Because 6, it went 6. I think it was 6, Judgment and Kiwami 2, or is it the other way?
I think it was 6, Kiwami 2, and then Judgment.
Okay.
Because Kiwami 2 still had the orb system that sucks.
Yeah.
Orbs.
It really was a shitty level up system.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, dude, Judgment's fucking amazing.
And what's the main character's name?
Yagami.
Takayuki Yagami.
Not Light?
Nope.
Not Light, no.
Damn.
He's not the god of the new world.
He's probably one of my favorite characters. Like, him and Kaito are definitely up there.
Yeah, Kaito's incredible. I did start Lost Judgment. I've only done like the intro segment where you're telling that guy that's cheating on his girlfriend, and then it's like, hey, Genda wants to talk to you. So I saved right outside Genda's office before the plot actually starts.
You're about to hit like a cutscene that like is what sold me on the game. Because at first I'm like, oh, more Judgment shit. Oh, it's cool, like television. And then the setup, which is the court case bit that happens, and you're like, fuck.
I love the court segments. Although I did have a gripe with the first game, where the director of this pharmaceutical company is like being grilled by Yagami on the stand. And he's basically just pointing out everything and how he's the connecting factor to all these murders. And then the guy turns around and looks at this guy, this shady assistant that he has. And he gets up and he starts calling somebody. And Yagami looks around and he points at him and he goes, get that motherfucker. And then like 5 dudes in the courtroom stand up and chase after this guy, and nobody does a thing about it.
Because isn't it Kaito and...
It's Kaito, Sugiura, and then, what's his name?
The Aniki boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all get up and chase after him, and they like detain him in the courthouse. And then the like, what do you call them? The bailiffs come and they're like, "Don't worry, we got it." It's like, how are you cool with this?
Are you on Light's side? Or not Light, Yagami's side?
Well,
I am on Yagami's side,
and
but
then,
not like Yagami's side.
And then it gets even funnier where Yagami, who is the current defendant, sorry.
Yeah, he essentially leaves.
He
after
leaves the court
opening
case
statement.
to go fight a guy, and then he turns to the rookie who's like the helper, goes, "You got this," and just dips.
Oh my gosh.
And you're sitting there going like, huh?
The rookie definitely got some pussy after that, though.
Sayori was down.
Yeah, I want to see more of that in Lost Judgment.
Sayori is still down.
Hell yes.
There's who's the older woman that you meet in the bar?
The gambling lady.
Yeah, she. There's a moment, and it's so funny. You get another Sayori little minigame where you get to dress up. You get to play as her, and like it's to find stuff. But you're on the town with the gambling lady because she's like, "I'll help you out."
Mm-hmm.
And oh fuck, who's Kaito's friend? The guy who's still
Higashi.
Higashi comes to save the day. Gambling lady is all down. She's
Hell
like,
I
hello.
really like Higashi.
Higashi is legit. Bro, this is the one spoiler I will give you for Lost Judgment. Higashi is forklift certified.
Let's go.
That's it. And I remember just playing the game, and I'm just like, is that a fucking forklift?
Dude, speaking of forklift certification, last night we played, or you played.
Well, we all played Hotline Miami, which did not go well.
It was too hard.
It was very hard for me.
Yes. And I played mouse and keyboard, and I feel like that is easier.
You also played on a shitty MacBook that was like playing.
But then I
at 2 times speed.
replayed on my computer.
Okay.
It was great, and I love the game. I mean, it's just the soundtrack is incredible.
It was really good. We were all sitting here bobbing our heads the whole time.
There were points where, and we're recording a Let's Play, but there was points we all got quiet. I like look over, someone's like tapping foot, the other person's like kind of bobbing the head. So it's like everybody's moving some form because the music is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
But we were playing that, and then we switched to RE5, Resident Evil 5, and so Luke and BJ were playing through that, and I got
you were
a little
high as shit.
Yeah,
he laid out on the floor.
But I wasn't having a bad time. I just was like, just really high.
It was actually, I was having a lot of fun because like RE5 is legitimately a super fun game to play co-op, not when by yourself.
Yeah,
but like,
it was super interesting. That's why I was really quiet, because I just was watching it. I was like, "Dang, this is like really fun to watch."
I definitely think we get Matt to play Revelations.
Absolutely,
and then we do
is
Revelations.
That a single
2.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
you play
the first one is, and then the second one you can play through the full game co-op.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that would be a good one to start with. Have Matt do it so he's invested. Then go to Revelations 2 and be like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
But even then, Revelations 2 is Claire, right?
Yeah, it's Claire and Barry.
Yeah, because Revelations 1
Barry
is Jill.
is a dude.
Yeah, Barry Burton.
Well, while we were playing, I was thinking about, which ties back to Forklift Certified, was in Starfield, like, everybody has these spaceships. You can just buy a spaceship and fly it. And it made me kind of sad, because I was thinking, I don't think it would be possible, like, in today's, like, in real society,
it's the same
for people to have spaceships. Because it would just take one person flying a spaceship into whatever they wanted and killing a bunch of people, or like, I feel like too many people would run into each other with how many accidents there were.
Well, you could say the same thing about cars.
Well,
but you can't fly a car into the White House.
But you can drive an old automobile into somebody and severely hurt them. Like, it was the same thing where like they learned how to do it. Like, the people who made an automobile were like, all right, we're gonna do that. And over time, society kind of moved, because we also had horses. You can kill someone with a horse by having them kick back right in the head. You know,
a spaceship full of jet fuel.
Well, no, you're right. Like, they're 100%. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, I feel like just like with us riding horses back in the day.
I hope. I just was thinking.
My southern roots are telling me the only way to stop a bad guy with a spaceship is a good guy with a spaceship.
That's true. That's true.
It's
Starfleet.
It's the
Metal Gear Rising. It's the samurai code.
Yeah.
Sometimes in order to keep another sword in the sheath, or whatever the fuck Raiden said in the beginning of that game. Same
Did
shit.
he have the eye?
He did have the eye.
What was up with his eye?
What was up with his eye?
If we meet Quentin Flynn,
We have to be like, what was up with the eye?
What happened to the eye?
no, I want to get him. Like, we need you to say this one thing. It's like, Colonel, or no, what is he? Or Doctor? It'd be Doctor. What's up with my eye? What does it do?
Where did it go?
Where did it go?
What happened? Where did it go?
It's in his hair.
What? How?
Raiden, it's in your hair.
Raiden.
But I mean, sure, it would probably progress
Here's the thing,
to a
it's-
way to have everybody be able to have a spaceship, but it just feels too distant.
I think Cyberpunk is more realistic,
That makes me sad.
where the ultra elite have flying cars. and the
I
rest
don't
of
want to
us-
live in that. I wanted that.
Well, that's where we're headed, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, even then, we're not seeing spaceships in our lifetime like that. Where there's
Says
not
who?
They already figured out nuclear fission like 25 years in advance.
Oh no, for sure, but like, again, commercially available space
Yeah,
flight.
commercially
Fuck no.
Available nuclear fission probably not happening.
Yeah, not happening in our lifetime. Like, that's not gonna happen.
or ever probably.
We're gonna die before.
We're not going to
space.
see the fallout.
We're
Like the utopia that precedes Fallout.
Unless we get ghoulified.
would you?
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
question.
I'm saying, but
would
the
you be
utopia
willing?
of follows. Everyone has like nuclear powered cars and like
Yeah.
Would you
commercialized nukes.
Would you kill yourself if you were a ghoul? Like, if you like.
If I could feel myself going feral, I would.
Yeah,
But if I was just like fine,
But there's
a little
plenty
crusty.
of. There's like a.
I don't know. Like, I was
Remember,
saying,
there's like the town, the sanctuary of just ghoul people.
yeah, and
there's
there's
also-
a bartender in Megaton.
Gob. That's Gob. That's my boy.
Yeah,
there's
you
Gob.
could-
I
you
was
could-
nice
you
to
could
him
survive.
immediately.
You could be okay.
That's what I'm saying. The ghouls live a long fucking time, but then you talk to some and they go, yeah, people start going feral because their brain irradiates away over time, and so like that's the thing. If you start going feral, would you be like, kill me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd do the same thing if I had Alzheimer's.
Bob, we could get 89, bro.
Is that the drug?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No thanks.
You don't want the blue eyes if you're gonna die anyway.
Well, if I'm going to die anyway,
Yeah.
I'll take the chance on 89.
yeah. If you're gonna die anyway, might as well. At least I'm dying with some sick ass irises.
True.
What?
It literally like turns their whole eye like a pulsating blue. Like it's fucked. It actually looks like terrifying.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Because it's like milky blue.
yeah, like it's like an unnatural like oh fuck because the whole eye is like purple red, but then the iris or the iris the iris is like the weird blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up.
I found out some information that I think you'll be happy to know.
Okay.
The Ryuji story is canon. Does not conflict in RGG Online.
Okay.
It just takes place in 1999.
In my head, I was like, in Dead Souls. I was like that.
I maintain that Dead Souls is canon, but that's not what we're talking about. In RGG Online, the Ryuji story is canon, and apparently he meets Jungi Han in that.
Which one?
Apparently
I mean?
not even either of the two that we know,
Well, yeah, because
because he looks exactly like those two, but it's 1999.
that's the thing. Remember, they all get facial reconstruction surgery to become the new Jungi Han.
So maybe this is the first Jungi Han? I don't know.
That's the dumbest
Jungi
thing,
who?
by the way.
Jungi Han.
Who's that?
He's
The leader of the Jingwang Mafia, and it's a title that's passed down. But in order to become the leader, you have to get facial reconstruction surgery to look exactly like the guy before you, with the white hair, same cheekbones and everything.
What?
Yeah, and we only knew that because in 7, one of your party members is Jun. What the fuck is it?
Jungi Han.
Jungi Han, and you're like, and as someone who's played 6, you're like,
He's dead.
aren't you dead?
And they had to do that because they were like, we didn't anticipate this guy to be this popular. We need to bring him back somehow. So they rewrote all this lore where it's like every Jungi Han gets facial reconstruction surgery and K-pop hair.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's fucking dumb, but I'm cool with it. It's the same thing with the new villain in Gaiden, where he's apparently like
Nishitani.
Nishitani, but
Yeah,
again,
that's the guy in Zero that Majima bases his
Mad Dog
Mad
persona.
Dog persona on.
The guy that's in the jail cell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy in the
it's-
red coat.
The guy,
I like that guy.
The
Yeah.
villain in Gaiden is his grandson.
Yeah.
Dang.
And he's already looking kind of crazy because this man just like drives a motorcycle to try to run over Kiryu.
That's not the same guy that shows up in Zero and starts like groping that girl.
That's yeah,
That is the same guy.
Really?
same guy. My man.
My man.
Legend.
Hey, those
And
girls
he
were
just-
into it too. Let's be real. Like it wasn't like a weird thing where he's just like doing it. Those girls were
Yeah, she
all
was giggling
down.
and moaning, and then she had to go to Majima and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I'm
She
sorry.
didn't say she didn't like it.
Yeah.
She was just worried about her
And then
job.
he just wanted just wanted
You just wanted Majima.
to kick his ass. Or he just wanted to fight him.
Yeah,
And then he's like, you're going to have to call the cops.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm not going to fight you.
Dude, that part where he throws the knife up in the air and you have to hit the right button
then
to
you
kick
kick
it
it.
into his shin.
Ah,
So good.
So dope.
the fights in Yakuza are great.
They are.
Bro, the first Kuroiwa fight, because I've been like hyping it up to BJ, where I'm like, bro, the fight with the mole, fire.
The part behind the bar where he's like chucking shit at you and trying to stab you.
Yeah,
That was dope.
bro, that whole fight was some peak fiction shit. Especially the way it works, is usually the dynamic intros are not timed super well. That one times perfectly with the kick hitting and the beat drop.
Yeah.
You're like, this is fucking sick.
Also, the start screen for Lost Judgment goes so fucking hard. I can't wait to see the start screen for Gaiden. But I know it's probably out there already, but I'm not looking it up. I'm trying to
I haven't seen it.
Stay
When does
blind.
it come out?
November
fifth.
12th or 14th.
Okay. Oh, right near your birthday.
Yeah, within a day.
There you go.
It's gonna it's gonna be fun because everybody who's played Gaiden, like early access, whatever, are saying this game is fucking amazing. So I'm hoping, I'm like, yo, they learn from Lost Judgment, because Lost Judgment, in my opinion, is the best thing they've put out. And then now if Gaiden's continuing,
I think
that
it's
shit,
the best the Dragon Engine can be. And from what all these things I've seen on Twitter of the people that actually got to play it at Gamescom or whatever are like, I don't know what I was expecting, but this is exponentially better than anything they put out before.
I'm beyond excited for that, because what that means for 8. Because I think if these guys because they just kind of did a turn-based RPG for fun. Now it's like, let's actually like make one that's really solid, and it's like, oh shit, that means 8's gonna be like stellar.
I just hope that in 8 they bring it back for like one fight. Just let me do action for one fight.
It's against Ryuji.
Yeah. Let me be Ryuji and do action combat.
I wouldn't be shocked if Gaiden gets like DLC where here's Ryuji, here's
God,
whatever.
please just put Ryuji in the arena.
Yeah.
Who's Ryuji?
He is the villain in Yakuza 2.
And villain loosely, he's like the antagonistic rival. Like, yes, he's a villain, but like his whole thing is he's like, I want to just be the best. Like, I want to, like, it's a fundamental thing of ideals.
Like no one
with
ever
him.
was?
Yeah. It's an ideals fight for him, whereas like behind most of the villains in Yakuza 2, which is basically just a bunch of secret Koreans.
That was actually the name of my band in high school.
Secret Koreans.
Yeah.
Secret Korean. But like Ryuji was just like, hey, I just want to like take down this legend and like become one of my own. Well, that was his whole thing.
His biggest problem is Ryuji has the golden dragon on his back.
Okay.
And Kiryu has the white dragon. And in the Yakuza world, there can only be one. Only one dragon.
But Kiryu's the dragon of Dojima.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ryuji's the dragon of Kansai. So it's like it's straight up a thing if they're gonna fight. The whole game, even when you start like, even when Kiryu starts to like kind of sympathize, and like
Kiryu still feels there can only be one dragon in his heart. Well, you can tell.
Well, and what makes it so much better is they emphasize that in Zero.
Yeah.
Because Shibusawa, who's the final boss, also has a dragon on his back, and Kiryu's dragon wasn't colored in yet. It was just the stencil art or like the line art.
Yeah.
And so Shibusawa was the one who says there's only one dragon of Dojima. And at the time, Kiryu's like, cute nickname. I'm here to kick your ass. Mm-hmm. And like you can kind of tell that kind of became a philosophy for him because it became a thing with Ryuji.
Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff with Ryuji where it's like this dude kidnaps Haruka, the little girl, and like puts her in her palace and like puts tigers in front of Kiryu to like save her.
Oh yeah, that boss fight where Kiryu has to fight 2 tigers barehanded.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you beat the tigers and you get up to this guy's office and he's like got a gun pointed at Haruka. Ryuji shows up and fucking kills him with a katana.
Whoa.
And he's like, I'm not cool with you fucking kidnapping this guy's kid.
Dang.
So he's
kind of a homie too.
That's the thing. Is like it's more of a rival. Like he's like, look, fundamentally, I'm gonna beat you, but like I want it to be like fair, same playing field, all that shit. Gotcha. And the final boss for that game is so good because it's Ryuji, but there's a bomb that's like a 15-minute timer, however it is. Mm-hmm. And Ryuji and Kiryu are like, we could leave this tower and like save ourselves, but they're like, no, one of us is walking out of here alive, type shit. And like,
what?
Yeah, you fight.
It's incredible.
And so he dies?
Yeah. Well, he dies saving Kiryu. Because Kiryu beats him in the fight, and then the guy that masterminded this whole bomb comes up there with a gun, and he's like, I'll fucking kill you, dude. And then Ryuji gets up and like stands in his way, and the guy shoots him like 5 times in the chest and in the stomach, and Ryuji grabs him and like breaks his neck or some shit. It doesn't really show on camera what he does, but then he like dies in his sister's arms.
His sister, who's his love interest, the sister is Kiryu's love interest in this game too. So there's a lot of connections, which I wish she fucking stayed. That was the one thing with 3 where they're like the 3, because 2 ends where she shows up to the graveyard of like some people, Haruka and Kiryu, and they all smile like, oh, happily ever after. And then 3 starts with her going, anyway, I'm going to America to be a cop. Bye.
Yeah.
After all that character development, all that fun shit. But anyway,
the with Starfield, it was really interesting, like, because earlier today we were talking about how there was like things that I had gripes with, and you're like, dude, you're doing it all wrong.
It's because this game doesn't fucking teach you correctly.
They don't teach you anything.
No,
and I knew that from the beginning. I was like, I'm
got those Xenoblade 2 tutorials.
I'm just gonna have to like play and learn. But I was getting really tired of how the
way the game tutorializes it for those.
Well, because I mean, it makes
is,
sense when you're dealing with like planets and galaxies, and so it's not just like one flat map that you just can fast travel to different points at.
It's pretty much a bunch. Like, this is probably the least open world Bethesda game because it's all open zones.
Yeah,
and some of those zones are in space, and then you go to planets and it's Now, to be fair, the zones are like Skyrim-sized maps. Like if you were to drop on a planet, like drop your little thing, like land here, it lands an entire map. Which, granted, isn't super filled out because they did say they wanted realism. So, like,
I mean,
if it's a barren planet, you might find one mining outpost, one thing, but it's the size of Skyrim. Because, like, if you were to take one,
I did see. So they kind of lied about it, where you can't just walk around the whole planet.
Well, no, they never said you could walk around the whole planet.
People felt like lied to.
The thing is,
I saw somebody just running for like
marketing thing.
15 minutes, just on the controller, just running, and it was like
it gets to a point where it's like
20 minutes of just running, and then it finally is like, okay,
it literally just feels like, hey, you've walked too far, go back to your ship.
Yeah,
and
but that's so far though. Like,
I like
you could definitely walk the entire Skyrim map in,
I was gonna say
10 minutes.
No, from one end of Skyrim to the other is 30 minutes. If you started from the very edge, once it says you can't travel this far, and go to the other side without being interrupted by dragons and whatever and all this stuff, it's a 30-minute walk.
Okay.
And that's again.
But Starfield has sprint.
So does Skyrim.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still based on your stamina.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, it's just your stamina meter. Same thing. This one is just O2 meter.
I didn't know.
Yeah, all of them. I think the only ones that didn't have sprint was Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
Yeah.
And Oblivion. Oblivion didn't have it. Skyrim was the first one to introduce sprint.
That's true.
Which was weird in Fallout 4, where like my AP meter, because they didn't have a stamina meter either, so it was your action point meter was your sprint meter, and I was like, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, because you can't run up on somebody and do VATS.
Yeah, which fair. But I do want to say this because you've played Fallout, BJ, right?
What?
You've played Fallout, right?
Play
The first one?
Well, just Fallout. Like, have you played any of the Fallout games? Have you played any Bethesda game?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, because I know you didn't like Skyrim. That's why I'm asking it. I don't know if you played
We've
Oblivion.
talked about New Vegas many times.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get like a thing here. What is your favorite in like version of VATS? Do you like the just full on stop time or like the slowdown that 4 did?
I mean, I feel indifferent to the difference. Like they do the same thing, and I'm always trying to do VATS as quickly as possible anyway. So, I mean, I feel like I like 4 more because it prevents you from just pausing time and then thinking about what you're gonna do. I like just running.
It's also a little bit more thorough with like the critical. You could select critical shots. There's like
that's true. With 3 in New Vegas, it's just a chance.
And then if you have the like the masked vigilante,
Yeah,
that was
that
incredible.
guy.
All of a sudden you're in VATS, and then some guy's just like,
it was in the same thing in New Vegas, but you could get Mysterious Stranger and then
That's
what
what
was
it's
the Femme
called.
Fatale.
yeah, I think
You
it's
got 2
Femme
of them.
Fatale.
And so sometimes it'd be the Mysterious Stranger, but then I swear the Femme Fatale one or the Lady of the Night one was way like
Because she had like a Tommy gun, right?
yes, she ripped like, and I had the bloody mess perk on, so like
So it's just guts
she'll come
flying
up and start
everywhere.
ransacking and just people explode, and I'm like, this is great.
I love that in a Fallout game where you shoot a guy in the head and his arms just fucking
The
rocket
whole
off
body
his body.
explodes.
it's so good.
There are things that like Starfield has that, or like that doesn't have, like that Fallout or Skyrim have, that I'm like, I kind of miss these, but I'm like, those are for those series.
The other
Yeah,
funny
Can I
perk
have,
that
like-
you could get in Fallout 4 that I really enjoyed was had something to do with like nerd like
Oh,
Hulk.
Nerd Rage?
Yes, and so then when you got to a certain like low enough health, you would just start going berserk, and the sound effects were like, oh god, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
It's one of the few things, like, I personally would rather prefer not having a voice protagonist in a game like this, but like Fallout 4 did it pretty well, because I mean it's kind of the same as Cyberpunk.
I know people don't like it, but I really love Fallout 4.
I didn't like the voiced part specifically because it limited the dialogue options.
because you're left with just what's on the face buttons.
Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
very annoying.
I would like it more if it was like, okay, your character's voiced in major cutscenes, and then in just these throwaway little lines, it's just not voiced.
And I think of anything, if I feel like they shouldn't have done with Fallout, but I feel like Starfield would have been the perfect new IP to do that with, because like, oh, this is a new thing, we're gonna do a voice
Yeah,
protagonist.
you don't have the expectation of something else.
Now, granted, I like what Starfield's doing because it's more in line with Fallout 3 and Oblivion's dialogue, where like, yes, you're getting a lot of yes and no's, but like there's a lot of instances where you can like skill check, or like, oh, your background is Beast Hunter, so you can go to a dude and go, hey.
The Nerd Rage ones.
My thing with Fallout 4.
Son of a motherfucker. Ah!
I think my thing with Fallout 4 is overall I do like it, but like it's when I start playing it is then I start hating it again. Cause like I hate its main story.
Well, like one of my favorite
I hate most of their
sub-quest
factions.
lines was the Minutemen.
See, I hate the Minutemen.
But I hated the settlements, which is like most of what it was.
Another settlement needs your help.
I hated that. But I did like you get to go back and recapture the castle. That was really cool. And I liked that you could have settlements, but then like all the settlement quests that you'd get and like you get, and then you like feel compelled. You're like, this settlement's being attacked.
Oh, I didn't give a fuck.
And, well, to me, I was like, fuck, I gotta go help him.
I was like, shit, damn, I gotta go find my son. Sorry, and I just walk away.
That is one thing that I noticed watching you guys play today is all the different dialogue checks that you have, and that's one of my favorite
Like
parts.
he
of
had
New
one
Vegas.
for when he was doing the bank robbery thing, the bank heist. That was like instead of persuade, you could use I have the wanted perk, and he's like, hey man, I know how it feels to have a bounty. And, like, I don't know if that was going to help or not, which it didn't. I think you still failed the skill check. Because it was a big-ass skill check. It was a six-bar persuasion check.
It didn't really help. It just was like an extra dialogue option.
A lot of them are flavor
It would
text,
be
but
nice,
it still
though,
is good.
when it's actually the dialogue check to give an extra one that was a green that was worth more than just 2.
Yeah.
If it was like a green 4, that would be really cool.
I want to go through and see how the persuasion minigame evolves the more you level it up. Because, like, I've been able to do it pretty regularly, except for that one, because that was a hard skill check, where they're like... there's going to be mods for this, obviously, and they're going to add mods to console, I'm pretty sure. The one that I'm going to do is...
When's the CJ mod coming?
Oh, yeah. The mod that I'm going to want is someone to go, we're going to put the actual percentage next to each persuasion bit to go, this is how active it is. Because one thing that I liked, like, that Baldur's Gate did... was the dice roll when it's like, I know exactly what my percentage chance is because I have to roll a 15. And it's like, I have all these boosts that I can add to that. So I'm like, all right, fucking roll it. Let's see where we go. And it's like, you feel better about trying where, like, when you see one, it's like, hey, you have to roll a 20. And you're like, fuck. Like, I don't know, like, whereas this one, I'm like, I don't know, this sounds like it would work, persuade the guy, then it doesn't work, and you go, damn, all right.
Yeah, because they do that in New Vegas in 3, where it's like, okay, this is how much you might, it gives you an actual percent. So
man, Starfield's great because like it is so unlike, because both Fallout 4 and Skyrim are these big expansive open worlds, but they're not really good RPGs in terms of it's like, because a lot of like Fallout 4 specifically is like, hey, when you go to this quest line, what are your dialogue options? Yes, sarcastic, yes. No, but I'll come back later, and then maybe, but yes. Those are all your dialogue options. So really, it's just like, do you want your character to sound like an asshole?
I do like that, though. It's
fuck that. No.
You don't like the ability to just sound like an asshole?
Punish me for it. If I'm going to sound like
it
an
does.
asshole...
It says, like, Deacon really didn't like that.
Fuck, I don't give a shit what Deacon wants.
Dude, Deacon
is mildly annoyed.
Dude, Deacon
well,
was my favorite companion.
Here's the thing, though.
Like, I like dog meat, but... Deacon is hilarious because he'll show up in random outfits.
Yeah, because isn't he a synth? Or
yeah,
he's a synth. He'll just change his skin tone, change his like hair, change everything.
Yeah, he'll show up. He has like 4 different outfits, and then sometimes he just shows up naked, and that's my favorite one.
I like Paladin Dance because he was just Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, until he found out he was also
a synth.
Yeah, but
that's really sad. And remember, he was just gonna
kill himself.
But
I convinced him just to live in the wild.
That makes the Buzz Lightyear.
Then I recruited him. Sorry.
That makes the Buzz Lightyear comparison even better.
Why?
Because then you could be like, "You are a toy."
No, but like to answer the question, like, oh, do you not like that? Like, I do, but like, New Vegas will punish you for being an asshole because like some people are not cool with it. So if you're an asshole in Good Springs, they hate you.
Why I like it is because it felt like there was different. It makes you feel like you can really talk in the way that your character wants. When like the other one, most of the dialogue options are like they go different directions, but they're not like answering in different ways.
Yeah, I think New Vegas does that the best. Because there are so many different routes you can take with different things in that game. That's
the Outer Worlds does it also pretty well. Where like, Like the first town you get to in the Outer Worlds, you can cause an entire robot uprising, or you can piss off the corporation so much that you miss out on Pavarti as a companion because they kick you out of the fucking town, and you can't go in because you've pissed them off. They're like, sorry, you're and you get cut out of content, which I prefer because it's like, oh well, it's because you were an asshole, or like, oh, because you did this, you can't have this. Whereas Fallout 4 does the thing where go, well, you were an asshole, but like you still have to finish this quest line, so you're still gonna get the reward and you're still gonna do this, but you were a complete dick about it. Or you were this justified hero, and both those routes get the exact same reward, exact same XP, exact same ending. Skyrim has the same problem where like every single like quest line ends with the Dragonborn is now the leader of this faction, and you get all the cool shit that comes with that. You can be the leader of the Dark Brotherhood, the leader of the Thieves Guild, the leader of the Companions, the leader of the College of Winterhold. You can be the leader of the Dawnstar. Like it all.
That would be absolutely wild. Like, you know, you're living, doing your life, or you know, and then all of a sudden there's this random dude that's like if today's it's like if one dude just became like the CEO of Google, Apple,
and he's
like,
only worked there for 4 days.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, every single big, and then like he becomes president, and you're like, what? This is so weird. Like, this is not good.
Well, like, case in point, I remember talking when I became the leader of the Companions. I talked to Ayla and Vicus, and I'm like, hey, so Kodlak made me the Harbinger, and Ayla's like, yeah, I heard that. I trust him though, and you're kind of cool, so I'm cool with it. And like nobody had a problem with me being the newest recruit and now leading everything.
It sounds like we're all just living in Donald Trump's Skyrim playthrough, and when you put it that way.
Donald Trump, yeah, because this dude had to stop you violated the law and got out of jail. He paid the fine.
It's true.
Or snuck out. I don't know what he did. I feel like Donald.
He doesn't have that good stealth.
Nah, he's not a good stealther. He's a good speech check, but his intelligence is lower.
Yeah.
Apparently,
his charisma
in
high, intelligence low.
Starfield, it pays off to get caught.
Yes,
It starts like a really good quest line.
I've started that quest line where you have to now you can do it normally. You don't have to get caught to do it, but it's the easiest way to start the quest. If you do something illegal and you get caught, then the UC Vanguard in their area, by the way, if you do this at Free Start Collective, they'll just throw you in jail and you get the bounty and all that stuff. But in UC space, if you get caught stealing or killing someone or whatever the hell it is, they'll, instead of the normal, hey man, pay the fine or go to jail, it's you're coming with us. The commander wants to see you. And you're like, fuck, what did I do? Like, you can even just go to the store and just take a bottle off the counter and they'll be like, the commander wants to see you. And you're like, the motherfucker, what'd I do? And then they'll sit you down and go, well, and depending on your background, they'll talk about it because I have soldier, and he goes, oh, look at that, you know how to follow directions, do all this, oh, and your criminal record, and I'm like, I've done one thing.
I stole a candy bar.
Yeah, like you're like,
That'll be really interesting for mine
having
a wanted background.
I'd be very interested for that one, but like, and then you just go, what am I here for? And they're like, well, you have two options. Do you want out of here? And you're like, yeah. And he's like, cool. You can pay like 4 times what is normally the fine, and you can leave. Or you can work for us to take down the Crimson Fleet, which is the pirate company, as an undercover agent. And I'm like, this is awesome. And so I'm starting to do that. And then I took a little bit of a break between those missions just to do some more stuff. Traveling with my girl Andreja, fine as hell.
Hydrangeas.
Which by the way, you like stealth, you'll like Andreja.
She's got like the Chinese stealth suit from Fallout.
She crouches and she goes invisible, and I'm like, oh, let's go.
How do you get that suit?
You can get it. It's in some of the suits, like space suits, you can loot, or like some of like the regular clothes you get, where it's like, oh, if you crouch, you go invisible for a bit. So you can get it, or it's a mod you can also do as well. But yeah, I was doing that quest line. It's super fun, and that's where you're gonna find, Matt, your companions who are super cool with murder and
is
whatever.
Where?
Crimson Fleet and stuff like that. You have to actually join their faction and like find followers through that.
Damn.
Now, granted, none of them are Constellation. You can't romance them, and they don't have.
But so if I try to take them down,
I'm assuming you take them down and join the UC Vanguard, then the UC is gonna be like, hey, fuck you.
Well, I'm saying if I do the quest line to like.
You can switch it if you want to join. You can fully join the. From what I looked up a little bit. Is like, is there an actual choice in this? Yeah, you can betray the UC Vanguard and join the pirates. It's not a quest line where you have to be a UC Vanguard and then all this. It's like Dawnstar, where like you can technically join the vampires.
Yeah.
Like, granted, Harkin will betray you, but like you can join the vampires and just say, fuck the Dawnstar. Let me have the vampire powers.
Harkin's the main vampire.
Yeah, Serena's dead.
Serena's dad, yeah.
And so you can. So it's the same thing where, at least from what I can tell.
Can't you romance Serena?
No.
You can't?
Nope.
Damn.
Despite everybody wanting to.
But she does get cured. She can get cured.
She can get cured, or she can turn you.
I'm sure there's mods.
I think there's Serena romance mods, but the problem is that
they've got mods, all right.
I know, you've given me an extensive showcase.
So when we walked into the house, it's like, oh wait, no, and it's just some dude getting butt fucked in the middle of Whiterun.
The funniest part of that was Matt turning back to his computer and being like, yeah, that actually took a really long time to set up.
Yeah, I was like, it was not easy.
He had to
For like a 2-minute bit.
For a 2-minute bit, he had to download the mod, install it, make sure it
and then
worked.
like try to get the UI to have two people having sex at the same time, or two groups of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much had to make it make sense, and he's like, fuck. At one point in that, were you like, this is not worth it? Like, were you just doing it?
I mean, there's a point that I was saying, like, if this gets harder, I'm just gonna not. But then I figured it out.
No, but Starfield's great, dude. Like, honestly, this is like I said before, this is bringing back Fallout 3 Oblivion style Bethesda, which I'm all for. Because I love Skyrim and I do like Fallout 4, but I would much rather have this style of Bethesda over those two games. This is my probably, and I'm not super far into it, but like I'd say this is reaching up to being like my third favorite game under their umbrella, which goes New Vegas, Oblivion, and now this.
Hell yeah.
So, and it's all because of the RPG stuff of like skill checking and like the different like branching quest lines and like the crazy shit you can do. The amount of content this game has is insane.
Yeah.
The next thing on their docket, I mean, if they count Fallout 76 as a game, should be Elder Scrolls 6, right?
It is.
Okay.
They've said as of like 2 days ago, it's in pre-production.
It's been in pre-production for the last 10 years.
No. It was announced that it is a thing, and they are starting some stuff. Which
So
I'm
when are we
assuming.
gonna get the next Fallout?
Oh, not
like
we're
in
dead.
20
We're gonna
years?
be dead by then. The actual nuclear fallout will happen before we get Fallout 5.
Well, there have been rumblings of New Vegas remake,
New Vegas remake or getting Obsidian involved again,
which
to do something. Which
is
please
best timeline.
Well, I would honestly say.
Would that free up like their studio? To
I
get
mean,
Obsidian?
Obsidian's working on Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, so they're and with Grounded. That's the constant thing for them.
Oh,
they just did Pentiment.
They do that?
Yeah, they just did Pentiment, which is like the very small indie title for them. But
They've been making some good shit.
they constantly like they're gonna be the Insomniac developers like for Xbox because they're just constantly doing something.
Yeah.
Despite having a pretty short staff. But
Speaking of Insomniac, are either of you going to play Spider-Man 2?
Nope.
yeah, it drops.
Forget about it.
I'll play it. I played the first one. I played Miles Morales. Plus, it's got Kraven the Hunter, which has never been done justice outside of the fucking comics.
I'll
So
tell
You know, if I were to play Spider-Man 2, I'd probably fall asleep unless I was drinking some Dubby.
That's true. Spider-Man's very boring. You need Dubby to get you through that story.
Yeah, get some jitterless energy. Give me my spider senses back.
Get that good taste.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, if you use code TAKEITSLEAZY, all one word, at checkout, you can get yourself 10% off.
At w.gg.
figure out. But no, I'm gonna probably play Spider-Man 2.
I'm just waiting on that Wolverine game they announced.
It better be rated.
What
M.
about that Indiana Jones game?
That's apparently almost done because Todd Howard had said that like his role is done with it now.
Todd Howard was
Bethesda.
a part of
It's
it?
Machine Games. The Wolfenstein devs are making it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I've been excited about that.
And Todd Howard, so like the guy who announces Skyrim and Fallout 4, who's always on the stage talking about the shit, he's the executive producer of the game because he actually wanted to be a part of it.
Whoa.
So this is, again, I'm hoping
So it's going to be kind of like a AAA title then.
I'm assuming,
Definitely.
I don't know what it's going to be because it's Wolfenstein and they're, again, like...
All I want is make another Tomb Raider game, but with Indiana Jones.
They said it's going to be played in first and third person. That was a leak they put out. So I don't know what that means.
First person whipping.
You start whipping, you'd be like, damn, this feels a little racially motivated. But no, I'm excited for that just because Indiana Jones needs something good after Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't seen, but
Don't.
Yeah.
Unless it's like free somewhere on
if
Disney
it
Plus.
is Disney Plus, I'll probably watch it on a free day. But I am excited for that. That game is good. A lot of the Xbox games I'm excited for. I'm excited for Avowed. I know, Matt, you said it just looks like Skyrim combat, which fair, but like,
isn't it just the same?
it's Obsidian. Well, no, it's Obsidian doing it. So they're the ones who did New Vegas and Outer Worlds are doing a fantasy game, which I think Avowed is set in their like not Planescape Torment. What's the game that Pillars of Eternity universe?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, so which I'm cool with that because Pillars is a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
But Avowed, I'm excited for it because of the way they're doing magic. It seems to be timing based. Again, this is based on the one thing where like you can't just shoot fire. It's like you have to do the weird hand movements and then it does it.
Yeah.
So it's like a timing to it. The sword swings looked very interesting because you got like there was like the regular sword swings and then a charge attack mixed into it. So I'm excited for how they do it. Plus, you know, more RPGs like this style. Give me.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, boys.
Well.
Do we want to? I do want to talk about this once probably get further into Starfield. But like, do we want to do like a? I guess it's probably too late to do a mid-year like. Oh, how's the games been coming out this year? Like
We've been talking about that for the past like 4 episodes. How good
I feel like
games
Yeah,
have been.
plus we always do a year-end review kind of thing. The side quest awards now. So
That's right. We should all like dress up in like
suits.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd be down.
that'd be cool.
and we could have our own like little. We could do our own like game awards.
That'd be awesome.
That'd
hey,
be awesome.
Have some friends over.
Hey,
Yes,
and to anyone who wants to watch, we won't have shitty ads every 5 seconds.
That's true.
that is
The only
true.
ads that we'll have are for games that you'll care about.
and Dubby.
And Dubby.
We love Dubby.
I do want to get like a group together to watch the Game Awards. Like I want to make sure like I ask off for that day and like the day after. 'Cause-
I'm excited for the voting episode this year.
yeah, that's
It's gonna
fun.
be heated, I think, because there's just so much.
I
good shit
feel
that
like it'd be
came out.
less heated, but like I don't know because
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be less heated because there's a lot of games that I do like.
the problem is
That's true.
The problem is I feel like
When there's
this-
one game that I don't give a fuck about and one game that I loved, that's hot.
I think it's gonna be very interesting that like I think Baldur's Gate is gonna kind of turn into this year's Last of Us Part 2, where it's gonna kind of steal the thunder of a lot of things.
I mean, at least with
I don't feel like it's undeserving though.
no, it's not undeserving, but like
Sorry.
but like
Sorry.
someone.
that's where I was going.
I was gonna say like for me, it's like before Baldur's Gate, I was like, oh yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be my RPG of the year.
I mean,
probably
I
get it.
see
But then like
why.
now it's like Baldur's Gate hits, and I'm like that could very well take it. It could
did
take
what Cyberpunk like initially tried, where everyone were saying like people were like this game is too good, it's gonna ruin game like studios with how good this game is. And I was like, I can't be that good.
I think speaking
it
of
was.
Cyberpunk, I think that'll win best community support or
It
like
should.
best ongoing game or whatever they call it, because they're doing a lot with that.
Yeah.
I don't think Baldur's Gate's gonna pretty much take a lot of awards though. Although with the way the fucking like gaming press talks about games, like I've seen a lot of
I think-
their voting specials where they go, well, we gave this award to this one, so let's kind of share the love. And I'm like, well, don't if it's the best one in the category, it gets it.
I mean, we do that when we get down to like the categories where it's like games for impact, where we haven't played a single one of them, but that's because we haven't played them. We're not games journalists per se.
Like,
So-
and that's the thing. We've all been very vocal about like I haven't played that game, I'm not voting, or like I'll pick the one that I know, or like maybe whatever, or I'll abstain.
They did add a skip option,
Yeah.
now, which is nice.
I think what's going to be the most telling is
Oh, in the voting they had a
Yeah.
skip. That's good.
they should just put a haven't played any, like just straight up, or like have like another option.
I don't give a
or
fuck.
You hit skip and it's like why, and you just type in whatever, and I don't know, because I honestly think depending on how good Spider-Man 2 is, I don't think it's gonna like compare to Baldur's Gate or even like for me Final Fantasy, but like depending on how well that is received, because like I think it's gonna get just shit on by.
Get shit on.
I think Hogwarts Legacy is gonna do some damage because of one, how well it sold.
It'll get something.
Yeah,
I just don't know what. Maybe it'll get family game.
I think it'll get. I don't think it'll get family. It's still rated like T, like hard.
That's not gonna be Tears of the Kingdom.
It's gonna be Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears
This
of the
year is fucking
Tears of the
stacked.
Kingdom is probably gonna get action adventure.
I think you could also win soundtrack. I know you guys will probably want to say Final Fantasy, but it has a crazy good soundtrack.
It's for sure getting nominated, but I feel like 16's taking it.
I think it does have the best instrumental music of any Zelda game. That's 100% facts.
I think
it'll be in the game of the year running, so they'll do it in that big orchestra thing at the end.
Oh, with that little like Chinese.
Yeah, I
like,
bet they'll do the final boss song where she picks you up, and they'll start with the little chimes.
That would be great.
Hearing that, and if it leads into like if 16 gets nominated and it leads into Find the Flame,
God, that'd be tight.
I'm gonna lose my shit. But,
Well, I think our pizza's gonna be here soon.
sweet. We got Viking pizza, right?
No. Little Caesars. So sorry.
I'm not as excited anymore.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out on all the socials.
Putting stuff out, videos on YouTube too.
Yeah, YouTube is going good. We think we found a way to make some TikToks to put out, so we could probably have some of those out. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Check out w.gg. Take it sleazy, and
take it sleazy.
And yeah, take it sleazy.